The Consumer Price Index, CPI, is a key economic indicator that measures the average change in prices paid by consumers for a basket of goods and services over time. It's widely used to track inflation, assess the cost of living, and guide economic policies. What is CPI? CPI reflects the prices of everyday items, such as food and beverages, groceries, dining out, housing, rent, utilities, transportation, gasoline, public transit, healthcare, doctor visits, medications, clothing, apparel, and accessories. The basket of goods represents typical consumer spending habits, and the index tracks how the cost of this basket changes over time. How is CPI calculated? CPI is calculated by comparing the current cost of the basket of goods to its cost in a base year. The percentage change indicates inflation or deflation. Example: if the basket cost $1,000 last year and $1,050 this year, the CPI increase is 5%, meaning inflation has risen by 5%. Why is CPI important? Measures inflation. CPI helps track how much prices are rising, showing whether inflation is under control. Cost of living adjustments. Employers and governments use CPI to adjust wages, pensions, or benefits to match changes in purchasing power. Guides monetary policy. Central banks monitor CPI to decide whether to raise or lower interest rates. Economic indicator. Rising CPI signals increased costs for consumers, while a declining CPI may indicate deflation or reduced demand. Real-life impact of CPI. Imagine CPI rises 6% in a year. Your monthly grocery bill increases from $400 to $424. If wages don't rise at the same pace, your purchasing power decreases. Governments or employers might adjust salaries or benefits to compensate for the higher cost of living. CPI limitations. Doesn't reflect individual spending. CPI is based on average consumer habits, which may not match your personal spending. Regional differences. Prices vary by location, but CPI provides a national average. Excludes certain items. CPI doesn't account for investment-related costs like stock market performance or property prices. Quick recap. What is it? CPI measures changes in the prices of a basket of goods and services over time. Why is it important? It tracks inflation, guides monetary policy, and adjusts wages or benefits to match cost of living changes. Key insight. Rising CPI means inflation. Falling CPI may indicate deflation. CPI is a vital economic tool that affects everything from interest rates to your everyday expenses, making it essential to understand its role in the economy.